Hello everyone, Don here again with an update on my upgrade to my Aqua Blast cabinet, vapor honing cabinet, whatever you prefer. Basically it's a water mixed with very superfine glass beads. It gives you a polishing action. So as in my last video you know that I was working on a motor replacement. Well, I finally got the motor in. This is the one I found. Another YouTube guy had used this same motor. This thing's like 4,300 gallons per hour, which is a lot. But anyway, this is how I plumbed up my fittings for it. That's the outlet that came with the pump, this guy right here. And I went through many different configurations trying to find the best way to plumb these things. So I had two mixer ports, two here that will do the stirring action of the media. Now these are 1-inch hose, 1-inch pipe fittings, all these. And then I have this quick disconnect that reduces it down to a 3/4 inch hose, which then comes in and anchors right up there. And then this whole assembly was designed and built to drop down inside this basin. Now you get these at Lowe's, Home Depot, you can even get on Walmart, eBay. Like I said, I chose this one because it has a nice circular bottom with no heavy ribs or anything inside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this thing real quick and see if I can get it inside this tub. I just now wired this new motor up to the switch. So we'll take this little hose, tuck it down in there. It's kind of hard to see, but the short ones clear down inside. I wanted it to be pretty much centered. Okay, so once the glass beads go in, there's 25 pounds of glass bead there. Might be a little less because I was rinsing it out, so I might have lost some. But anyway, it's been pre-cleaned and it's ready to go in with 5 gallons of water. So that stuff comes in 50-pound bags, so you use half a bag, 5 gallons of water, and it gives you a nice consistency. Okay, some of the other mods you can see I did to my cabinet is I added a little caster wheels to it from eBay, or excuse me, Harbor Freight. These were like $3.99 a piece. This piece of micro lamb I got from work, cut it. But I wanted to raise this up a little bit. For one, to give me clearance from here to so it wouldn't hit the top of that pump. Again, this cabinet is strictly a flush system flow through. The bottom, if you see it down in there, it's wide open. So everything just drains right back into here when it's running. This is all my nozzle set up as usual, check valve. That goes down into the corner here. So now all I really need to do, I just wired up the pump. You can listen. Alright, so I got that wired up. What I'll need to do now is throw in the glass, and then I'll take and turn this thing on and show you the action once I fill this up. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got the glass beads all dropped in there and 5 gallons of water. And as you can see, it doesn't even come close to covering the pump, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want that pump completely submerged. Trying to eliminate the possibility of water getting up into the pump. Okay, now this should be ready to go. Power's on. And you watch the action of this thing. I'm going to just hold this hose. If I don't, this thing will go everywhere. Just ask me how I know. All right, here we go. As you can see, just with the action of the pump, those 2 overflows, it just makes a tornado out of this thing. Look at the volume coming out of that. Yep. All right. Well, there seems to be tends to get like an air bubble in there. And it's hooked to the nozzle and the air's on. It works pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. The nice thing with this cabinet is I just pick it up on one side and it'll slide right over top of this. Alright, so let me hook this up and I'll be right back. Okay, and now I got the pump hooked back up to the cabinet. And we're ready to show you what this thing put out. So all we're going to do is step on the pedal here. That's just the pump itself. That's not with the output there. See how much glass bead is actually mixed in with that. So it's got ample flow now. Alright, now let me take and turn on the air. And right now it's currently set for a little over 40 pounds, but once you step on the pedal it should drop. Alright, now this should be, if all goes well, air and water mix. Again, that's 40 psi. Alright, what I'm going to do is, I've got an old ruler here that's been sitting around, gotten all nice and crusty. I'm going to throw that in there and see what it does. So I don't know what to do yet. I'll have to stop the video. I don't have a tripod set up to hold this, but I'll give it a quick blast and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, here's what we got. I spent about 2 minutes on this thing. For some reason this thing is pulsating pretty bad. It's not an even consistent flow, but I'm still able to get a nice shine on this thing just in 2 minutes time. All I'm getting on it now is glare, but it does a really nice job. Being that this is steel and it's rusted, rust is a little harder to take off with this really fine glass bead. But you can see the remarkable difference. You know, that's dry. I dried that off with a towel. It's just how shiny that thing can get just after a couple minutes. So I may have to play with the sizes of those discharge tubes some. I had some sandblasting nozzle tips in there to act like restrictors, 1/4 inch holes, probably 6 millimeter. And it was too restrictive. It was causing the pump to literally just cavitate. It wouldn't push out any fluid at all. It would just stop spinning. But I did have this glass bead, when I put it in, moisture had gotten into it and it clumped up like cement. I busted it all up, put it in there figuring it would dissolve. Well, it broke down to some pretty small BBs, but some of them were still, you know, maybe 3/8 inch size and smaller. And they get kind of packed up in the narrow passages and it'd plug up and it'd stop pumping. So I had to sift all that stuff out, and I got through to that. I'm going to have water drop on my lens. But it seems to be working fine. That was only 40 psi. You can run more pressure, but it's going to tax your air compressor a lot heavier. So now I'm not going to leave this pump in here because it's dropping down into the freezing temperatures overnight, so I don't want to leave that pump setting into solution and freeze. It can freeze in the basin all at once, but I don't want the pump setting in there when the water freezes. So, but with the casters on there now, eventually I got it wired in solid for the motor, but I'd like to put a plug on there so I could literally unplug that. And that quick disconnect coupling right there, you pop it, and then this cabinet, I just pick this one edge up a couple inches, and I can slip it over top the tote. And so it'll make quick and easy media changes in the future. So, alright folks, that's going to do it for this short little video update. For the most part, the cabinet is usable again. I just didn't have the hose hooked up for water, fresh water inlet to do the window rinse, because again, it's pretty cold out and the hose isn't long enough to reach to the garage. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this video. I'll get this posted as soon as I get it edited. And then I'll go from there. I did get my drill bits in for my granite, and I tested them today, and I was able to get a couple holes drilled, so it looks like I should be back in business there. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for the update on this, and as always, I appreciate everyone taking time to watch my videos, and like always, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or concerns, and I'll answer them as they come through. Okay, so for now, this is Dino Don out.